Welcome to the GESDA Summit interview series, and today we are speaking with Enrico Letta, former Prime Minister of Italy, currently member of the Italian Parliament and President of the Jacques Delors Institute. You are a new member of GESDA, and you participated in the session Anticipating the Future of Peace and War. This is obviously a very hot topic today. Can you give us a summary of your session, and can the future of peace and war really be anticipated?
Is one of the missions of GESDA. As the idea is to work on anticipation, and anticipation is different from prediction. Of course, we think that the future is important, but we want to anticipate the future and not just to predict the future. For one simple reason, anticipation means action, means creating the conditions to act, and to act to avoid worse future and to prepare for better tomorrow. And the idea on peace and war is exactly that, trying to understand in terms of technology, science, diplomacy, the interaction among them, which can be the topics where anticipating the future can help and can help to live in a better world.
In today's context, the geopolitical challenges facing diplomacy are really considerable.
You know, we are in a period in which geopolitical tensions are creating more and more conflicts. And when I say conflicts, I say wars. Wars as we had in the past. And we are talking here about the future, but many of the reasons of the present wars are in the past. Even some of these wars are wars that started in the past. So I think the consideration of the fact that the role of the future is, first of all, a role related to the tools, to the way in which confrontations will take place, I think make us very, very attentive to the way in which we can resolve these problems, or we can manage these tools, or we can protect the world from a bad use of these tools.
But can you give us an example of how science diplomacy anticipation as a tool can be used?
Now, of course, there are so many examples. One is cybersecurity as the first example, about the role of technology, the role of the way in which technology is used, the way in which data are protected, and at the same time the way in which the use of technology is changing the way in which wars are run. Is the role of drones, the artificial intelligence applied to drones, and the values behind the way in which, for instance, drones are used. This is just one example, but I can raise a lot of other examples of topics that in this panel and in the work on anticipating war and peace we are discussing. For instance, mobility, virtual mobility and physical mobility. It is part of the solution. Mobility means integration, knowing each other, feeling at home, even if you are in a different place. But at the same time, mobility today, with the role of technology, social media, is in virtual terms becoming something useful, but also dangerous for the polarization of our societies, for fake news, for the lack of controls, and for the fact that it is today more and more complicated to have a separation between truth and false news.
Enrico Letta, thank you so much for speaking with us today. Thank you.
It was a pleasure.